couple of depths on the way out. Just going to be seeing the warp gate coming up as well.
Here are two adepts from earlier. Okay, they're not in between the mineral fields here. That one has to step forward a little bit. Okay.
That's a nice catch from Reynor, right? You're getting a couple of depths in the end. You might not get the other one. Oracle comes, but I mean, you force the Oracle to activate, so that's some energy down the drain. Harder to do something with this Oracle across the map, of course. That's still a win for Reynor in my eyes.
Yeah. No, really good start right here for Reynor for sure. Not really losing a whole lot, forcing the recall. Yeah, you're right though. That creep spread, especially towards like the triangle base on Astrea's side, is already really ridiculous.
It's insane. He's gonna touch the fourth base at like 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's really wild. There's any... I guess he's got the roach run, plenty of time to deal with zealots and stuff, so...
He can actually deny the fourth base with creep. That would be nuts, but he's headed in that direction.
Forces the super battery to the Zerglings as well, right? It's just an extra 50 energy, you know, it's just those annoying things. Reynor's getting so much out so little, is going to catch an adept as well. And that zealot just about gets out of that, but I mean, just these lings, the little things they're achieving, so good. And the other Oracle goes down.
God.
So now you lose your scouting information on what comes out of this lair. Just rough all around.
Yeah, Reynor just countering his opponent left, right, and center so far. And you can see it reflected really nicely in the supply count already. He's got a good amount of workers. Early game going nicely here for Reynor, but definitely not game over yet for Astrea.
Gets that infestation bit down as well, Reynor, so not afraid to keep on teching up, not afraid to see the latest stages of the game, right? He's not completely all in off flare tech or anything here, so...
Where are these guys going? The Overlords, I mean.
Yeah, just on a journey.
Okay. Overlord holiday?
Nothing wrong with just checking out what's up over here.
Fair enough. It's important. You never know when the gold base is taken, so you may as well get confirmation.
I like the thought of that.
With all four, just in case one dies.
It's bait, man. Astrea is thinking the same thing right now. He's like, oh, should I send Stalkers over there? Boom. Fourth Nexus dies.
Boom.
Overlords fly back home.
This isn't actually that big of an army, is it?
No.
I think Astrea needs to try and win some time here with Zealot run buys. Baneling Speed's about to finish up. Luckily, no +2 yet on the melee. I don't think Astrea can be on the map at all here. This is a disaster.
Disruptor shot does okay, but obviously the surround's kind of getting there.
Upgrades,
he does get
though.
back to his battery. Banelings do not get rid of the cannon yet, forces the battery to heal something else, but feels like Reynor could have maybe done better. He is now going to get a lot of probe still, at least with the Banes, but he's going to get pushed away with the roaches.
Yeah, he's finishing up his +1 missile right now. And then +2 melee is going to be right behind it. So a little bit disjointed. I guess he saw an opportunity and he took it.
Yeah.
Yeah, having those upgrades here would have been massive. But I guess then he would have gone up against Blink as well.
Yeah, and just a couple more Archons perhaps, or another Disruptor can really make a difference. I don't mind it. He traded out. He's still outmining his opponent. I think he can go again right now. And that's exactly what he's going to do while teching into that hive. He's already on, what is it, 5 bases here. He's mining off of 7 gases, but one of those is a rich Vespene geyser, so technically 8. Yeah, I still really like his position. Stargate transition hasn't really started yet. Right now we're seeing our +1 on the air weapons. Reynor still has a lot of time to get things done here, and he's already in a space where he can easily transition into those anti-air units.
Okay, Prism coming back around from the other side this time around. Okay, Purification Nova not going to connect, but neither do the Banelings. Good split right there as well by Reynor, man.
Yeah, the Disruptor just gets the Ravagers.
Came around the side.
Nice, getting some probes. He needed to get a little bit something here, and that definitely helps him push so much better off from this point. All right, Lingbane coming through. Reynor is going to come crashing into this base, and those probes got to pull away, but Bane's went the other side. Oh, what a Disruptor shot.
Oh, well, one of them also connects right there with the Archons. All of that is nice for Astrea, but he is in a really rough spot, right?
I mean, he lost the base though, right? Like 17 probes, losing the base. The Disruptor shot was nice to minimize further damage, but damage was already done. And now you've got these Zealots that are definitely putting in some work at the very least. That's the one thing that's going to kind of keep him in this.
What are you thinking, Harston?
I'm thinking this is looking really bad for Astrea.
Yeah.
It's not a huge miracle or a huge surprise. I mean, we are playing on Cosmic Sapphire. It was the first map pick here for Reynor. And actually Astrea still has a chance. This is an interesting push forward. Disruptor's not quite going to get the connections they want, perhaps. Some more Ravagers are moving in, and it's 165 against 101. There's a recall. It's interesting, one Archon gets left behind. The Archons can sadly not fit through the wall quite yet, so they'll be stuck there. I mean, this is just bad.
Yeah, this is really rough right here for the American. Yeah, he came actually downstairs for just a moment, right between these games. And he got a massive cheer out of the people there. Like, I don't think he surprised it. He had like a gigantic smile on his face. He came downstairs very focused and yeah, very happy to have 50 nerds cheering for you. Not a good start though for him in the series at all. GG. No, instead we're seeing a Twilight Council opener. Not all too surprising right here on Inside and Out. It's a pretty small map, not as many bases, and obviously a pretty quick rush distance as well towards the other side of the map. I'm assuming this is going to be Glaives, which is something that Reynor has played against, especially over the last month or so again, right? I mean, it's become a little bit more popular.
These DTs could actually do some damage. Do we have spores? Surely we don't.
We've seen a lot of Disruptor follow-ups, but no Lair either, so he's not going to have any detection.
It's just game over.
Yeah, he might just be dead.
Especially with them warping in like right there.
Invisible Men.
That's the only spore starting to build as well.
Shoot the spore!
Go
Shoot the spore!
Oh.
Shoot the spore!
Where are we going?
Just not to the spore.
Okay.
He's killed a queen so far.
Two queens. Nope. Oh my god. Brenda right there shuffled in between the mineral fields somehow. Nope.
This was...
what? That could have been GG, right?
That was just a bad decision from Astrea, right? Like, the quest, out of all the things he could have gone for, I feel like the queens are the worst.
Maybe he assumed there would be a lair. Because that has been quite popular lately to go for a lair just in case, you know, you need the speed upgrade on the roaches. I'm not sure.
Against Glaives though? No shot he would have a lair.
Like,
nah,
yeah, but Glaives
I don't
like into Disruptors has been quite popular at this tournament.
True.
We've seen it a bunch of times. Yeah.
I'm still saying no shot.
not with this kind of...
Yeah.
I'm not even quite sure what he thought was happening there. That's the thing that messes with me a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe he believed there was a spore. Although he scouted with the Glaive Adepts, no? Maybe he just went into the natural with the Shade. Never really went.
I don't think he went into the main base, no.
So maybe he believed either a lair or a spore, but he went for a very safe decision, just shooting the queens, and then afterwards, oh wait, there's a spore there, maybe I can click it, but then he couldn't anymore. So very unfortunate for him there. This actually could have been game over. He just seems to be sitting back a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very passive, right? Usually with the Stalkers, you'd at least be looking around a little bit, trying to see if there's any opportunities, but he's even, I mean, Reynor's creeps just coming across the map. Reynor's coming with these ground units, and he's obviously getting to a point where he's very soon going to have a whole bunch of mutas on the way, and if they get into a mineral line, right, and they can avoid the Stalkers and start forcing the Stalkers to go elsewhere, then the flood on the ground can do so much, of course.
Yeah, I mean, he's saying, I feel like a +1 push would have been good. Like what Reynor actually initially was planning on. I feel like he definitely could have taken out this fort base before it ever went up. Then again, do you really want to target a fort base if you're in 66 workers? Probably not. So in that way, I don't mind the mutas too much either. We have +2 coming in. We have a 5th base as well on the way already. And a run-by is being set up.
Yeah.
What is the information situation here for our good friend Astrea right now?
I don't think he knows about the Spire at all. I don't think he's got an idea. So in the previous game, he saw very similar things. Yeah, so he hasn't gotten an update here in the main base and the natural of the Zerg in quite some time. Maybe these Adepts can get a little bit of a lucky spot here on the couple of mutas that are about to pop.
Yeah.
Oh, he cancelled
the mutas on the base.
Oh, that is actually really nice for him, though.
But if he's watching and you see stuff cancelling, then you're not just like, what are you cancelling for?
Yeah, you probably assume it's like an Overlord or something, maybe.
But 2 at the same time, Loco.
Yeah, and then he cancels another one after, like, it's so suspicious.
Does he start up, does he have a photon cannon in any of his mineral lines? I don't think so, right?
I mean, what about his main? The main's where we want to see.
Cool.
Okay, he does have one. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but that was already preemptive, right? Like, he is starting to push forward on the creep.
Where are the mutas?
They're over here.
They're slow to start here. Holy crap.
Does he want to just get the prism straight away? Like,
I think he's just combining them, right?
It's like 16 mutas or so, no?
Yeah.
Like, surely you actually need to deal some real damage with this, and you need to do it quickly as well.
Astrea's going to be... Astrea's going to be maybe even committing to the attack a little bit. He's on the map, so these mutas are going to show up, and there's nothing defensively. One cannon doesn't do anything here, so we go straight in for that cannon. We'll start to chase the probes down, and Astrea's got to decide what he wants to do as he is starting to push forward. I mean, Reynor is going to get forwards here straight away. The Disruptors hit nothing. The Balins do get in the center, although there was a lot of tanky units, so maybe not the most effective. Now the Roach Ravager comes here, the Queen support as well, and we've got a Disruptor still available, but that is about it, and a huge round of Stalkers warping in the back though.
Yeah, pretty good splits right there on the Archons initially, but the majority of them are gone right now. A lot of Zerg reinforcements are coming up as well. There's an aggressive blink forward. In the meantime, by the way, those mutas are destroying everything on the other side of the map, so Astrea needs to get something done with his army.
Yeah, that Zealot flank was absolutely fantastic, pushing a lot of these roaches back. Disruptors are being taken out by the Lynx right now as the drones are being pulled. Spine's out of position, not helping in this fight. The Mutas could still return back home, but for now are happy taking out all of these. Oh, the Cybercore, that's brilliant actually.
Snipes the Cybercore, so no additional Stalker warp-ins here. If the Mutas do come back home, they're going to be able to kill those Stalkers one by one.
Cancelled the roaches as well on that base because he knew they were just going to pop out and insta-die, so just maintaining some resources. Restarts them knowing that by the time...
This is nice though here for Astrea, catching a couple of those. Yeah, now forced to cancel the Ravager morph in.
At what point does Reynor just have enough to come home with the Mutas though? Like, it's getting to the point where Astrea just can't fight the Mutas no matter what.
He still has 2 Archons though. As long as these Archons are here with 8-9 Stalkers, I think that Astrea definitely still has some potential. He might actually be winning this game right now, outmining his opponent. Cybernetics core is being rebuilt. 3 more Mutas on the way. Seems like 7 more Mutas.
Yeah.
He's going for the full-on base trade.
I think, either he's going to have to Magic Box, I guess, but that's not going to happen against Archons, right? Like, it's... I mean, you can try and pull it off. The drone's trying their very best. He's coming back, I think, right now because a lot of those... ooh, this is nice too, but a lot of those Archons are out of shields.
Cybercore's about to finish up in like 5 seconds. Recall!
Oh, 2 Stalkers died though.
Is that the right move?
Well, Astrea could maybe warp in like 2 more Archons now, right?
Ah, you're actually right, yeah.
Reynor just has to sort of go.
He finished up the Cybercore again as well. He's got 1 Archon, guys.
5 Stalkers, 1 Archon.
Surely...
He's got defenses here.
Yeah. So 2 more Archons, we have 5 Stalkers, 1 mining base.
24 probes as well, by the way.
Yeah, that's a significant amount of probes.
69 drones gone.
Reynor needs to do something.
Yeah, but...
He has the tools.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the Mutas really have a lot of control, and Astrea is going to struggle still, I think, to A, run around because the Archons aren't exactly quick, and B, leave that base at all, so maybe Reynor gets a bit of a chance, but Reynor's not drawing or anything, so he is going to be fully committed here as Mutas will go after those couple of gateways. The Archons repositioned back to the base, and, well, we've got a few units over here as well.
Cybercore 2.0 is dying, though, guys.
Is that not risky? The attack on the top left, if the Mutas just go after that? I know there's 2 Archons here. 3 damage!
Okay, 1 Muta.
It's also unnecessary. It's 30 workers against 7 right now. Reynor is extremely all in. I think Astrea does not quite understand the position he's in right now. There, the 5 Stalkers.
He needs to fight this, yeah. He's going to try and Magic Box above that Archon, trying to negate as much of the splash damage as possible. The other Archon's coming in from the side as well. Ravager's positioned properly, though, to try to make the best of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, these Mutas are going to be able to win out this fight,
6
right?
minutes.
But how much is going to be left over? And Astrea's still mining, so now Reynor's got a race to go and get rid of absolutely everything else. He's got to stop these probes. We're warping in a couple more Zealots, TT, sorry, so another Archon potentially, and just a damage across the map.
That was really nicely done right there with Reynor, and this is the only mining base here that Astrea really has. He doesn't know how much mining Reynor's got, right? That's the tricky part. Oh, okay. There's apparently a little bit of pro production there at the bottom section of the map too for now, but...
No Cybercore's a real killer right now.
Yeah. That's the real issue. If there was a Cybercore, even just getting like 4 or 5 Stalkers out with some batteries and cannons for backing, maybe you can continue mining. DT's on the other side dealing some damage as well right now. Spore being taken out.
Does he have the Lair still?
Ah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he does still have that one. Would have almost been a little bit scary right there for that 1 Dark Templar to suddenly become a hero, but...
No, I mean, he barely has detection, though.
There's no cash for an Overseer, is there?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's actually a very good
I think
point.
he just built one. Production tab? No,
No, he's making Ravagers and Roaches, yeah.
And he can't mine. Oh my god. These 2 DTs could win the game.
No, he's got money right now for an... Oh, he's not making it, though. Every time he gets money, he doesn't actually make an Overseer. Okay, well, that's one way of getting rid of it. The Overlord's actually blocking the vision right there of that 1 Spore.
I also didn't see it. I was wondering what he was hugging.
Observer tried to show us, but we just wouldn't see. Yeah, I mean, Astrea's not mined with any of his probes now either, right? Warps in 2 more High Templars. That's Archon time again. He's checking for probes, right? He wants to make sure there's no mining happening because he knows he can't let units warp in, and he's slowly building roaches that can deal with a couple of Archons.
There's 1 Archon.
1 Archon.
And 3 photon cannons, though, and that battery is now... Oh, Prism! No!
Is that Archon stuck there as well? Can it get out the cannons? I think it must be able to, right?
If that one is stuck, we need the new patch now. There's so many holes in that wall. Well, Reynor's going to help him out.
I'm not convinced. Going to kill a gas, obviously.
Yeah, this is very desperate right now for Astrea, though. He's going for a big counterattack. He does have recall available again, I'm sure.
Yes, but if he heads over that way, is he really... I mean, I think Reynor's realizing that everything's over there, so he's just going to go grab this Archon. The super battery! He doesn't have the DPS, and the Mutalist count does go down from that. Wow.
He lost 3 there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 meters remain. 1 DT, 1 Archon on the map. So all the Zealots have died.
Yeah, the problem is just the lack of a cyber core. Had there been a cyber core at any point, it would have been so good.
Yeah, he's got money for one right now, but is that really where you want to smash your piggy bank here?
But the rest of them is still spread across the bases. They are, right?
Yeah. He didn't lose all of them. Yeah. I think he's got like 12.
He's got 12, yeah. Very well played from Reynor.
Wow. Well, he built 6 links. That's a decent investment. And I think if you have an okay follow-up from this, he's probably still going to be ahead. Like, I don't mind this that much, honestly. I think this is fine. He's going to probably throw down a Twilight Council right now, though. He's pretty...
Stargate. He cancels Warp Gate research. Goes straight into the Stargate.
What?
There's going to be Oracles? Yes.
Oracling it up. Here in game number 3, Reynor. I mean, 2-0, right? But like, definitely potential for Astrea. Was a bit sloppy in that first game as well. That could be sharpened up. Things he needs to look at here for this game 3 is Oracle's about to finish, and we'll see if he can start getting some early game kills, right? That would be really important.
Ooh, 2 more gateways coming in. Now we have that Twilight Council as well.
Interesting.
Ooh, 3 more gateways coming in.
Some heavy aggression on the follow-up here.
Could have actually dove in there, no?
Yeah, I mean, he could have got at least a drone, right?
It could have definitely got a more drone.
Yeah.
There should have been a dive. But it wasn't. Oh, this is a very aggressive Blink build.
Wow.
How many gates is it going to be? 5? We only had 1 gate downstairs, didn't we? It's going to be 4 gates, 2 Oracle, 3 Forge. It's kind of old school. A little bit hero-esque. And technically,
it isn't even 5 gas.
yeah, it's only 4. Yeah,
Oh, it's 4 gas.
Yeah, of course, Reynor doesn't know that. Yeah, there's no gas in the natural.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, but just obviously not being 6 is pretty sizable in terms of influence, as we do see some extra lings on the way up, and melee upgrades not quite here yet, as we're microing these queens, trying to buy some time. Reynor just, like I say, because he had to make that extra round of drones, has not gone into units just yet. On the way, but I feel like the lings are all coming in so disjointedly as well. At least he'll have melee in a moment.
Yeah, +1 melee is going to be really nice, but Blink can obviously keep these Stalkers alive for a long time. We have that Stasis Ward in the back as well. Love to see that. Ooh, very clean though by Reynor.
This is looking really nice for Astrea. Fort base is up without having to deal with any link run by whatsoever. There's 68 workers for Reynor, but he can only build links at this point, and I don't think he quite has enough links right now. Queen's moving forward once more. Creep has pretty much disappeared at this point. No new tumors are being thrown down either. There's simply not the time for it. The only thing I'm really missing is a follow-up with Charge. I would love to see Charge started. Maybe even a Templar Archives, but perhaps it won't even really matter. 128 supply against 119. Ooh, what?
Very safe. Yeah.
Huh?
Recall back home right here. I don't know if that was entirely necessary.
It was probably not, right? As those few Stalkers left behind as well, they will go
He
down.
had a revelation on the links on the right, so maybe he thought, you know what, those are just about to come in.
Look at the work accounts, by the way. 85 to 66.
Does he just go into 8 gas from here on out? Yeah, seems like it.
Do you think that was enough damage?
Well, that was plenty.
When do you move out right now as Protoss? Right now, since you're maxed?
Yeah, right about that.
Yeah.
That's what Fatboy Slim would say.
I was thinking it as well. Nice Stasis Ward catching quite a few lings. It's going to pull back here, or at least thought about pulling back. At the same time, Zealot's going to hit the left side. A Lurk is on the way. Obviously, they don't have burrow speed or anything, or even their range upgrade. That's just now building, so he's going to lose the bottom right base. He's going to catch these Zealots in a bit of a surround. Of course, the Zealots can still turn around and trade, and he is looking to surround these lings and get as many of those as possible. Reynor taking some hefty losses just across the board. His Lurk is out, and that will have to be his way of trying to hold right now.
Good game here so far for Astrea. Moving forward once again, though, is Reynor right here with the Lurkers, taking up a very defensive posture right here. He, of course, wants to be aggressive, but now there's once again Zealots hitting his base.
What?
No! Whoa.
Oh, no. Astrea.
Well, the Zerglings actually did manage to get the backstep in on the Nexus as well. The Lurkers eventually do have to reposition, but they get into another good spot.
Yes, they do. The lings on the Stasis Ward around the back, and just going to be seen again. Astrea going to pull back here, maybe try and deal with those in a few moments' time, catch some of the other units in general. He does have the Zealots putting in work on the left side. Reynor just doesn't have an effective way of really dealing with those. He doesn't have his Banelings morphed in or anything, so the Zealots buying a lot of time, just distracting Reynor. And yeah, these lings just getting absolutely massacred as they come out the Stasis towards more efficiency so far for Astrea.
You know what I really wouldn't mind? If Astrea just moves to the middle and cleans up all the creep. it feels like the one way that Astrea could lose this game is if he gets held and then a counter-attack gets launched.
Well, he decides to just go for an all-out assault here on the right side of the map instead. I agree with you, though. It seems a little bit dangerous, right? A lot of these units have low HP. Once again, the Zergling backstep over here. It's going to cancel that 5th Nexus for a second time.
Yeah, that's actually pretty sloppy here. Astrea really needs to take care of that problem.
Okay.
That was also kind of sloppy out of Reynor. He really needs to take care of that problem.
Problems need taken care with you today as Prism going to get pushed around between a couple of different bases. Is finally going to find a way out. Looks like no other queens.
Okay, Protoss army now moving on over towards the center of the map. Couple of lurkers on the left side trying to clean it up. Lurkers over here in the middle as well. He does decide to commit on top of those. Archon's getting dangerously close right here. Adaptive Talent's not quite done yet, but the lurkers do decide to reposition.
Not sure if you want to flank Archons with like it sounds like a good idea. Like, oh, flank maybe, but yeah, there's 9 Archons with +2. It's not quite ideal here. Storm is being researched. There's disruptors on the way as well. Oh my god, this is the 3rd or the 4th time that we see this base being cancelled.
Every single time.
This is now he's kind of stuck, right? He's been on 4 bases for 12.5 minutes, I guess. Now it's seems that way. At least like Yemeni and Natural are going to run really low at this point.
Yeah, and he's on 85 workers as well, so there's going to be some minor oversaturation happening already at this point. 2-3 minutes from now, we'll just not be mining very efficiently at all anymore. Reynor, of course, also is struggling at getting this 5th base up, but Reynor's just happy that he's alive at the moment, because after his early game, he honestly had no business being in here anymore.
Stargate transition coming up as well. Okay, Zealots once again moving too far ahead of themselves, yeah.
Getting some insane value. These Zealots just kind of keep on moving into range, then decide to back away, so no real commitment. And once again, the Lings are on the way to that base. This time they'll find a disruptor on the way there. Maybe
if he can cancel this again, dude, that would be absolutely massive. He's going to commit to it, and it goes down.
+3 melee, man. Just the Lings are just shredding. So.
Yeah, in order to properly go for that Stargate transition.
Another disruptor called Reynor. Finding so many of the bits and pieces here. That Ling Bane getting caught is nice. At least the Banes will connect, but obviously not on much. As Lurkers all caught in a stasis. That could be a big deal if Astrea can jump on those.
Yeah, I don't think he's close by enough. He's once again in the top left-hand corner, going to engage in the same location once more. What's going on there? That's a whole lot of Zealots for essentially free.
Yeah, he's trying to be almost too clever, and it's just costing him so much in the initial moves. These Lurkers now have Archons on top of them. He's getting a few Hydras out to help. This army on the right side as well, going to be something of an issue. But now we've got the Vipers, so we get to yoink forward and find some extra efficiency here for Reynor. And Reynor is going to be pushing this army back again and just doing incredible things with this army movement.
Can we have a look at the resources lost again? Yeah, that has evened up a whole lot over the last couple of minutes. Astrea bleeding out a ton of his expensive units. And he doesn't really have that much eco anymore. Now, finally, that 5th base seems to be secured. He made sure that he got it with about half a dozen photon cannons. So at the very least, that one is going to go in mine for a little while, I believe. But that is significantly later than Astrea originally had planned.
Carriers, though.
Carriers are pretty good.
There's not really anything to fight carriers right now, right? It's 3 Hydras.
Yeah. Reynor's max, though, right? So he's going to start saving. That is the 3rd Disruptor, guys. That's just going down randomly.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
This counterattack's nice until the carriers pop out and defend it, but they will get a few Zealots already, and just going to see Reynor with a larger push as well.
Is he going to commit?
Idea is we're just going to be seeing the Disruptor going off. We abduct that last second, and these Archons blinding clouded through into the Lurkers.
Was that good? I think it was actually in the end. It was pretty good, yeah.
It was indeed. Reynor just in trouble, and again, I don't even know if any of this really matters, right? The carrier's on the way, and Reynor no real way to deal with them. Like, this was nice from Astrea, but I think 2 minutes down the line, Reynor's just dead anyways.
Very risky little move right there by Astrea, but in the end, he did get the upper hand against the Lurkers. The carriers are the real problem here, right? He must have spotted one of them by now, because they have been quite adventurous out on the map. Yeah, ideally, you really want to have a Spire, obviously, against this, but Reynor pretty much broke. Not quite with the amount of resources that he's looking for yet, so he could stick around on Hydra, Viper, and then a couple of Lurkers in the mix as well. Maybe some Ling Bane for support. Not really the unit combo that you're looking for, especially against maxed out carriers.
Again, these Lurkers, again, at least some decent value initially. It's just, again, what do you do about the carriers? There's a few Hydras. Obviously, you can abduct the carriers into Hydras one by one, but that's so hard to do so consistently. Yeah, there's still only 6 Hydras, I guess, right? It's not like we have a wall of Spore Crawlers either, so...
Nope.
Very minimal. The carrier's going to come forward and get some free kills.
Yeah, I think Astrea has done it here in the end, but not in the most comfortable way.
Oh, base goes down, Vipers go down. Counterattack from Reynor. He's going to try absolutely everything he can here, but I mean, at the end of the day, he still has to clean up that main army of Astrea, which is going to pull back for the moment, but again, just wants to try and control us as best he can and then get back on the offensive.
Yeah, so his strategy against the carriers is to abduct them one at a time into the Hydralisks. Maybe a parasitic bomb as well for good luck, but storms are obviously a very, very dangerous weapon against those low HP Zerg units. Cleaning up a couple of lurkers as well. Allows those High Templar to get a little bit closer.
That one Archon.
He doesn't care, dude. He's too cool.
He's too cool. He just walks through the lurker spikes.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look back.
Dude,
It's a
the
lot of
counterattacks are
going
actually
down,
nuts.
man.
Okay. So this is the real question, right? Does Reynor have enough to clean up this Protoss army?
I really don't think so. Disruptor Shot gets a few drones again. The probe count has been,
yeah.
He's only 15 workers behind. Again, it's just this army, right? It's 40 army supply higher. It's better quality units. Almost every unit in there is just tech from the Protoss as well. Like,
if he can get rid of the High Templar somehow, it's actually doable, but it's not going to happen. He decides to commit right now. Very good storms right here, though, by Astrea.
yeah, really good. It's going to come through now with the carriers. Don't think there's enough Hydras to necessarily hold on, so the Interceptor's going to keep on putting in some work.
GG.
And Astrea.
It's not necessarily something you go for every game.
Ooh.
Oh.
No way.
Let's get full surround with Queen damage.
Oh
It's a
my
kill.
god. That is a rough.
Yeah, nice catch by Reynor.
Beacon?
Oh my god. Hold up right now.
Hold up.
There's a second Stargate together with a fleet beacon. What do you make of this?
We're just popping to the hold up.
Yeah. Hold up.
Yeah, I feel like, in a way, almost somewhat expected. I don't know.
Revenge on the Queen as well. She did nothing wrong, but...
Right, on this map somewhat expected, but also actually not played all that much. And also this map just isn't played that much. I think this is a fantastic build order though here. With the inside base as well especially. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be Spire now.
That is such a late Spire though for that lair timing, right?
But he reacted to seeing the +1 being researched on the core. With the Overseer just now.
Big brain.
Because otherwise I don't think he would have... Because he added a second Evo initially that might have actually been cancelled here. I didn't quite catch if that got cancelled or if it just finished. Evo's built so fast, it's insane.
Cancel.
Yeah, cancelled it.
Carriers are here now. There's Queens, but the Natural is not connected with the main base just yet. He should have quite a bit of firepower, but all of the Interceptors are, of course, deployed right now. No Spore Crawler close by. Well, there's a couple over there, well, at the main base, but one Queen going down.
Yeah, it was the bottom Queen on creep.
Not sure.
I feel like the bottom... one of the Queens initially was off creep, and I think that was the only other one with the transfusion level. And then obviously the high energy Queen went down. Stasis Sword. Spell drones.
This doesn't work.
Yes.
It's a waste of energy against Reynor, this is.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's so fast. It's actually ridiculous. It's very rare to see him fall for it, especially if nothing else is happening. Maybe if there's like 2 carriers attacking his Queen somewhere else and there's 2 adepts in your third and he's flaming you for playing poorly, then, you know, it is possible that he misses it, but otherwise he doesn't.
What do you think about the Mutas, though? I thought it was going to go for Corruptors here, but... So apparently relying on the Queens to just stay alive here. Loses a bunch of drones, though. Oracle's here on the right side of the map also grabbing quite a few. Stasis Ward going down. Does that work against Reynor? It shouldn't, but it does.
It's 18 mutas all at once, right? Like, obviously a little out of sync, but if he can bring them all across the map at once, maybe get rid of, you know, any potential get ahead on Phoenix.
Do you really want to fight the carriers with these? No, right?
No shot.
Yeah.
There's +1 already on them.
Yeah.
This seems very
destroyed.
odd. This seems like a massive mistake. Because there's Fleet Beacon already as well. You know your opponent is on 4 base. Even if you kill 20 workers, like there's still going to be 63 workers. You can just instantly rebuild them. And you're going to lose more mutas, guaranteed. So you can't dive on probes. It's impossible. You can't play muta corruptor. It's also, okay, I just actually don't know what this is. There's 2 Archons here, so you can't straight up win the game either. I'm very confused right now.
Well, I guess we'll find out in just a moment exactly what Reynor has prepared here. I think that Astrea is also expecting a bunch of Corruptors to show up, but surprise is going to be Mutas. Now you blink twice, your entire mineral line is gone, so that's something. But exactly, best case scenario right now for Reynor, I guess he's going to go up against a bunch of Phoenixes with range. I mean, it's very rough. He decides to just fight the carrier straight up. One of them does fall, second carrier. There's an Archon waiting on the low ground as well. He's going to get it! But that was at the cost of quite a few of those Mutalisks.
Surely there was a battery nearby. There was no battery at the fourth?
Is it just further
How many
south?
Mutas did he lose?
Yeah, there was.
Just slightly further south.
10 Mutas for 2 carriers. That was
Now
the best case scenario.
4 more Mutas on the way. Reynor's really doubling down.
He just built like 8 more before that too.
Wow.
Yeah.
So wait, it's Corruptor, Muta, Ling. That sounds weird to say because I don't think I've ever said that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? It's not even like... Okay, he's about to finish +2 melee. The Ultra Cavern's on the way. Knock down a couple of these cannons. Obviously, the Corruptors help to hold the ground here for the Mutas. Super Battery will pop.
Oh.
Surely that's not a time to turn onto a carrier. What? That's kind of wild. But now he gets the Super Battery. He's going to get the Disruptors with the Mutalisks as well. 10 probes have fallen. The Disruptors all dead.
What? Those Mutas are way more successful than I thought they were going to be. Even though it's
well, by the way,
really
Banelings.
weird.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, huge detonation.
Oh my god, even bigger detonations!
No
what?
way.
You're kidding me. How? He slow Banelings. He honestly didn't even have that many of them. That was honestly like everything was just magnetized to the Banelings.
If Reynor ends up winning this game and we do an interview, I think he's going to tell us he did it for the bands. Just for the banter. Wouldn't be surprised, man. This seems like such a meme of a build, and somehow, some way, it's working.
This is actually mad. He just keeps building Mutas as well. He's on 84 workers. His army's getting bigger. +3 is about to finish up on those carriers. Like, these carriers are going to be insanely powerful. Another carrier, at risk of dying there. Mutas and Corruptors have 1 carrier. Second carrier is actually going to...
The Archons there in the back getting a nice shot in as well. Reynor still has to address the maxed out army, right? And this is what we saw in the previous game on Waterfall as well. He needs to somehow, some way get rid of these units. Now, there's Ultralisk coming up. That's a unit.
It's a good stasis ward as well. Stop these Lings from getting this run by.
He needs to get something to deal with those carriers. How many carriers are there? Is that, wait, no, that can't be all of them.
5.
There's only 5?
He lost a lot of... I think he lost like 3 or 4 carriers already. Maybe 5, actually.
Yeah. He lost 5 carriers. Wow,
yeah.
okay.
Making Ultras because, well...
Ultras actually kill pretty much everything on the ground here.
But
yes, and the carriers don't kill them quickly.
How many armor upgrades does he have? Only +1. Only +1 armor.
does have Chitons though.
Yeah.
Would you maybe, as Astrea, just clear some creep here, go back home, and then get some Immortals out? I think that's actually the play.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know about the Ultralisk, does he?
Yeah. He doesn't. If he were to get in more... Okay, now he's just going to go send it.
Yeah.
He's just going to send it now.
Kills a bunch of Lings and...
I don't think you usually go Mutaling Corruptor against Skytles, but yeah, quote-unquote Skytles.
Honestly, I still believe Astrea has a good chance when maxing out right now, though. He still has a lot of... Look how much gas he has. Yeah, he can warp in 6 Templar. He doesn't have Storm, but I don't think it really matters. The only thing that matters is that he keeps some amount of Archons alive to deal with the Corruptors.
Reynor actually has a good amount of money in the bank right now, though. Those golden minerals definitely helping out as well. Do you start up any Spore Crawlers at this point, or are you like, nope, we're just going to fight it? Well, this is the first time I believe that Astrea actually sees the Ultralisk. Queen's on the back of it. They are off creep right now, so no more transfuses. But you were saying it, those carriers, they just take forever. They can't do any damage to the Ultras.
He's going to start talking down the Corruptors. The Corruptors are getting their way through the carriers as well, and these Ultras just chew through the ground army for the moment. The carrier count going to go back down to 3. Maybe not, actually. It just about lives. And we are going to get rid of the Ultras. These Lings trying to finish up. Wow. Not enough Corruptors. 11 new ones on the way. This was all before
what a mad
upgrades
game
as well, man. +3 melee just finished. We just
why chase so far off creep? There was no point in that.
Yeah.
I think he thought he had that army beat. Now he's got to wait for the reinforcements to arrive. Ultras are the only unit that Zerg actually has to wait for.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit.
He built the Corruptors before the Ultras, and I think that was a mistake here as well. Definitely needs to just give up this base for now. Needs to pull all the spores into a good position. Reynor still alive for now. Wouldn't mind a pullback here. Yes, this is a brilliant pullback.
One snipe?
Yeah,
gets
okay.
one.
I'm okay with this. I'm actually okay with this, because otherwise I think he would have just straight up died
But
here.
like, look at the supply count right now, though.
Yeah, this is not good for Astrea, but he needs to build an army. He needs to get something done.
Yeah, at least defending, you have a chance, right? Whereas if he stays there and all these Ultras spawn and run in with the Corruptors, it's not even close.
So here the plan is going to be to max out. Reynor wants to attack into this, which is understandable, but also interesting. Reynor wants to trade.
He's got like a dozen queens.
Yeah.
Wants to bring them to the party as well. I can't blame him. There go the Banelings, but obviously Protoss is currently sitting defensively. Is he? No, he's going to push with the entire force that he's got right now. He just finished up a bunch of upgrades as well, so this is going to be one hell of a Zerg army of rolling into whatever he can right now. I don't think you want to be rolling into the Archons necessarily, but it does allow now those Corruptors to jump on top of the carriers, sniping the carriers one by one.
Oh my goodness. These Archons in the top right were just in the middle of nowhere, so they come in late, and Archons against Ultras on their own is just not really that great, so Astrea out of position, and he is going to lose absolutely every Archon, and the Lings have a surround on the Stalker Maul. The Corruptors caustic spray down the Nexus, and Reynor is your Homestory Cup champion.
What a game to end it on. Absolutely